Sully and I are out here in the forest today talking about the benefits of mulch in the garden. And we came to the forest to learn how forest ecosystems cycle nutrients and fertility. And right now we're looking down at the leaf layer, the duff layer. And this, we can learn some great lessons here. So the leaves fall every year, and they protect the ground from the sun and from erosion, from rain and wind. And they also start to decompose. So as you move the top layer off, you see these sort of partially decomposed leaves. And then below that, you have this like fully decomposed compost. And it's starting to mix with the mineral layer down here. And this is, you get all the roots are in here. This is where like all the good nutrients and stuff are being cycled and available to the plants. And really in here we've got a nice like inch of this duff layer. And I'm going to take some of that and fill my bucket. Here we are back in the garden now. And we've double dug our beds. And you can see it's just this sort of dense mineral soil. It's sort of hard and difficult. We've had to stab it with the shovel to loosen it up. So we really got to amend this in some way. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our forest soil here, our nice loose compost from underneath the leaves, and we're just going to gently spread it around each bed. And we're not going to use this like as our primary compost layer. This is just to inoculate the bed with these beneficial organisms, get some good fungi and bacteria and microinvertebrates in there. So each bed we're going to do like that. Next, we're going to take our compost, and like you'll see over here, I've already done a bed. This bed I spread like 4 inches of compost on top. And you know, the more you've got, the better, but anything is a good help just to start establishing those layers. So the next thing we have to do, and Sully made this nice chicken feeder full of compost for easy carrying. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to layer on top of this with leaves or old hay, wood chips, any organic matter that can help protect it from the sun, erosion from the rain, and just keep it evenly moist. So now it's time for the leaf hunt. So we're going to walk around and look for areas where leaves may collect. Up against buildings are a great option. This is nice because we don't really need, the leaves here aren't enriching the forest. They're just sort of up for grabs. So this is a great place to collect them. Sully's going to carry them for us. So finding leaf patches, anywhere in an old wagon, anywhere you can find available leaves. You can even rake them up from the forest, but then you're sort of depleting your forest a little bit. I wouldn't do the same spot every year, but if you moved around and got different patches, that's great. Bed. Here's our garden bed ready to go, fully mulched. So when it's time to plant, what we can do is brush this aside, transplant right into there, or pull it all off, sprinkle your seeds, and then you really have to wait until they germinate and then come back and loosely put the mulch right around your plants. But this is a great method for transplanting right into. You can even do this over potatoes or onions and they'll emerge right through it. So building soil like a forest, you need to make sure you have all the proper layers. If you just put leaves on your garden without compost, it's fine, but it does bind up some available nitrogen, so your plants can't get as much fertility while the leaves are decomposing.